Yup-de-dup-de-doo. Yes, indeed. There you go. All right, the minute should be up now. Okay, the minute. Welcome. Oh, I love Mondays. Love Mondays. Good morning, everybody. Hope you can hear the sound of joy welcoming us to Monday. The Sunday show that I do on Sirius is totally debilitating. All right, because as we all know, I don't really sleep that late. But I will tell you, I don't go to sleep late at night, but I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning just so I could catch up with the late box scores and anything. Okay. Good morning to everybody. Thank you, DK Lush, and the DK Lush probably, I believe, needs somebody for his league. So if you're looking to join a league, DK Lush is the man to contact and put it up in the bulletin in the chat room. Somebody will jump on. Good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard on a lovely Monday morning. On a morning that we're going to try something new this morning. All right, thanks to the great coaches that we have. You know, I always say Mike Trout, Clayton Kershaw, as good as they are, as much money as they make, and the whole deal. Well, you know, they have coaches, and so do I. And my coaches came to my rescue. I reached out a couple of weeks ago and asked for some coaching. How can we improve? So got some nice comments, and we're about to make a tweak, provided that I can do it. All right, and I'm a creature of 18 years of habit doing the old type of show. Make a little tweak. Hopefully, it works. But here's what I do. Remember, we have coaches, and that's the people that have called me, chipped in, told me what they think. But we also have, yeah, it'll be baseball. It's all baseball. That doesn't change. All baseball. Just want to let you. Otherwise, Brooks will leave the room in 2 seconds. Right? He may do it anyway if the stock market continues to go. But I will tell you, just little tweaks. I've been thinking this myself, but it was put into me by a few of my coaches. Maybe a little too much game detail, especially on Monday. Because look, we had all the games are during the day. I'm sure you're all caught up with it. If you weren't baseball fans, you wouldn't be in here. So we'll make some tweak today. We'll talk about two-start pitchers, if that means anything. So hope it does. We'll change it up every day. We'll still give you some great information about the games. First part will be the nuggets, all the baseball nuggets from all the teams, and then we'll delve into some of the performances from over the weekend, and then we'll hit you up with two-star pitchers, but a little less game detail. Good morning to everybody in the chat room. Nice turnout with Arnie and Beach Bum and Brooks and Greg and Cam and the Amazons and Dennis Timko, the doctor from St. Louis, DK Lush, Doug Boyle, Easy Kill, George, J.R. Matz, Leonard Donaldson, of course, Mal Powell, Mitchell Harston, the chairman of the board, Phil Chaplin, and Oli Toledo, and others will be joining us soon. And don't forget tonight, 6:30, little change in time for Roto Imbeciles. Okay, so there you go. And thank you for all who called over the weekend on the show. It was tremendous. Thank you so much. And we did find out one thing. We did find out how much of a baseball fan the Roto lady is. She revealed something that I didn't know, that when she steps into the shower, the first thing she does is she sings the national anthem. So just think about that for a second, all right? I know you can't picture it. You'd like to, but so would I, actually. But the point is that there you go. What do you guys do for to show your love for baseball? Andrea jumps. She sings the national anthem as soon as she gets into the shower. There you go. George on 6:30 tonight. Don't forget. Okay, and coming up next will be the great Arnie. Okay, Dallas Keuchel, Craig Kimbrell, the last two top free agents on the market. They can sign Monday without any of their new teams having to forfeit amateur draft picks as compensation. We all know that. They both turned down close to $18 million in qualifying offers in November, and compensation, limited is eliminated for free agents who sign after the amateur draft. And before Monday, A new team signing either player would have lost at least one draft pick, possibly two, and some teams would have lost international signing bonus money. The exact penalty is tied to whether a team paid luxury tax last year. So there's more to a luxury tax than just the tax itself, and whether it paid or received revenue sharing money is another thing, okay? Now, the Yankees say that Keuchel would have to shave his beard. Big freaking deal, okay? The Yankees are actually one of the favorites to sign Keuchel. The Braves and the Cardinals, of course, are. We had a Brave beat writer on Sunday who said that maybe Keuchel, but he didn't think they were willing to go the limit and sign Craig Kimbrell. He thinks that they're actually trying to hold on to some money, stay in contention, and then jump on either a Madison Bumgarner or some big-time starting pitcher. They feel that with A.J. Minter coming along and Luke Jackson doing well, and they even mentioned Brandon Webb, that they have the and they can pick up a different. They think they can go to the Giants and get Will Smith for a lot cheaper than they can get Craig Kimbrell. So that's what they're thinking. So based upon that, I'm saying that I don't think that's possible that the Braves will go after Kimbrell. Okay, now as far as Keuchel and Kimbrell, according to Bob Nightingale, the teams are leery that either one will be ready before July. Now, look, we're here on June 3rd. Neither one has faced any hitters in 8 months, and of course, we've seen many opportunities that pitchers who struggling after signing late. So we'll see what happens there. We all know that there were 1,135 home runs hit in the month of May. That was the most in any month in Major League Baseball history. All right, here's the question for you. What player hit the home run in the month of May that broke the record? Name the player who hit the home run in the month of May who actually broke the record. Anybody want to get into that one, okay? Here's one from Kevin Hastings. This is great. Byron Buxton has 6 less extra base hits than Cody Bellinger. But here's the real one. And somebody check me out on this, all right? This is before yesterday's games. Byron Buxton has only 1 less extra base hit than Christian Yelich. I didn't fact check that, but if Kevin Hastings says it, I went with it, but I should have fact checked it. But it's pretty amazing. Who is the guy? Okay, name the shortstop. Name the shortstop who leads Major League Baseball, who leads the American League. All right, let's limit to the American League in extra base hits. Name the shortstop in the American League who leads extra base hits, okay? Anybody want to tackle that one? By the way, if I lose the sound, somebody give me a call at 516-353-6375 because I only have one computer today, so I'm looking at my notes. Believe me, I don't memorize this all this bull dinky, okay? Let's see. Yeah, Arnie's got it. Vladimir Guerrero was the guy who broke the record. No question about it. Good morning to Zelmo. And, Vlad he broke the record. And who's the shortstop with the most extra base hits? It's Xander Bogaerts. Anyway, around the horn now, Ketel Marte, 14 home runs in 58 games. Last year, Ketel Marte hit 14 home runs in 153 games. And his last home run, 14th homer, went over 480 feet. Unbelievable. Merrill Kelly, 7 2/3, dominant against the Mets. Mets will lose, but Mets teams go dominant against the Mets. Okay, in Atlanta, Dansby Swanson really erupting to be into a potential 300 hit homer guy, 100 RBIs, and when he came out of college, he was very highly touted. Okay, very highly touted. So. He's always been a fan favorite, but he knocked in 3 runs, scored the go-ahead run in the 8th, and Sunday marked his 3rd game this season with multiple extra base hits. He has 13 of his last 14 starts with 6 homers over his past 15 games. and only Trevor Story has more among the National League shortstops. Over in Chicago, the Cubs concluded a 1-5 trip. They lost for the 8th time in 10 games. Great game pitched by Cole Hamels, 7 innings, 2-hit ball, but outdueled by another veteran, Adam Wainwright. He had a no-hitter going for 5 1/3, 126 pitches. Unbelievable. First time that the Cubs suffered a 3-game sweep since the Braves took 3 games in early April. And, of course, that was when they started 2-7. And so let's look. The Cubs, hot and cold. Colorado's Nolan Arenado extended his hitting streak to 13 games. He's 25 for 52, 5 homers, the hottest guy in Colorado. 28-15 record since April 14th. That's the second best record in the National League. Only the Dodgers are better. They've gone 32-9 over that stretch. And they lead the Rockies now by 9 games. And and the Blue Jays lost their 6th straight game. They've dropped 10 out of 11, so we'll see. The Rockies have a day off today, and then they go through a 3-game series at the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley starting tomorrow. Rich Hill walked off the mound. Did you see him fist pumped? He got his 4th straight performance of at least 6 innings, allowing fewer than 3 runs. Rich Hill is back on his game. That's right, Hampson is back up as well. The Dodgers have won 17 straight games by Clayton Kershaw. By the way, Rich Hill has given up 3 runs in 25 innings in those 4 outings. His ERA now is 2.25. The Dodgers have won 17 straight starts by Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw has not been charged with a loss in 21 games, and he hasn't pitched fewer than 6 innings in any of his 9 starts this year, and has allowed more than 3 runs only once. I was the one that said stay away from him, but there was definitely a price that was a good price to pay to get him. I was a little on the negative side. In Miami, Harold Ramirez threw 66 at bats, batting .379. He has changed places with Jose Ramirez, okay? He had another 3-hit game, his 3rd 3-hit game of his career, and his second in, his 3rd 3-hit game of his career already. And he's only been up like 2.5 weeks. So, Trevor Richards, who I've been touting all year, and I have him in labor. I'm in 2nd place in the Sirius XM Host League, 5th place in labor, fighting to get out of last in Tout Wars once again in injury-prone seasons. But Trevor Richards, change-up, one of the best. 30 of his 37 change-ups went for strikes. 7 of his 8 strikeouts ended with change-ups. But he got a high pitch count, 98 pitches against 18 batters. A lot of foul balls. And that killed Trevor Richards. Jorge Alfaro, who had a bad jaw, came into play, recorded a career-high 4 RBIs, hit a 2-run homer. His team leading 9th and a 2-run double in the 4th. Alfaro, for Realmuto, Alfaro's hitting .375 with 4 homers, 4 doubles, and 13 RBIs, and this is over his last 13 games. He's got his season batting average at .278. The Marlins scored at least 9 runs in back-to-back games. That's the first time since, since 2017. Martin Prado recorded back-to-back games on Saturday and Sunday. He came off a 9 for 60 streak in May, and JT Riddle actually came in as a defensive replacement, but in center field. Kyle Davies, 8 strong innings. The Brewers held on for a 4-2 win. Davies went 7 2/3 against the Mets on May 5th. But and look, Jimmy Nelson's coming back. The Brewers announced on Sunday Jhoulys Chachin was going on the DL. So, he was going on the DL. So, with a lower back strain. So Nelson turns 30, and he waited 21 months to get back into town. And it'll be Nelson's first action since, early September of 2017. In San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. will start rehab Monday at AA, so he's been out since the end of April. 30-29, so they have a winning record this many games into the season, it's just the second time in 9 years that they've had a winning record this late. So the Padres have been, look, 6 losses in 7 games, 23 and 20.